in Bascom Hill, talking all things UW homecoming this weekend, all the festivities your family can take part in.
Also, a terrifying trend to stoke panic and fear in schools. How local districts are reacting to swatting.
UW homecoming spirit is on the rise, but so are our temperatures. We've got the weekend forecast and everything you need to know right here. This is your one-stop shop.
Happy Flannel Friday, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford, Chris Reese here with your First Horn certified most accurate forecast. Up in those temps, highs in the 70s today.
Been pushing them up all week long. It seemed like every day, if you paid attention from Monday to today, every day we picked it up just a little bit more of a notch. So we are going to see warm temperatures that begin today. You will notice that right now headed out the door, even though, yeah, temperatures are in the 30s in some spots. We're seeing more of those 40s. It's just still warmer than where we have been. We've got our winds coming out of the south, and my friends, it's playing in our favor. Let's take advantage of it. Lake Mills, you're at 36, 35 in Rockdale, 35 for our friends in Portland as well. On the other side of the county, Arena's at 41, 39 in Sauk City. Mount Horeb's at 41 as well. Belleville at 35, 36 for our friends in Wanakee. Madison, Dane County Regional Airport, the temperature is at 44 right now. Winds are out of the south at 8 miles per hour, but your wind chill, that's at 42. Here's some of those other temperatures across parts of southern Wisconsin. Black River Falls, you poor guys, it's 25 there. Warmer elsewhere, Wautoma only 1 degree better at 26. Boscobel at 28. Everywhere else, you are above freezing. You're either into the mid to upper 30s or you're into the low 40s. Check it out, though. By 8 o'clock, we're at 45. We're at 44 right now. 54 by 10 o'clock, 64 by noon, and those temperatures will be making it into the low 70s again for most, if not all of us, as we move into today. One of the other things we're going to be looking for here, you've got your homecoming parade tonight. We'll continue to break down your homecoming forecast as well as your Badger football forecast. I'm not going to give it to you now. Why would I do that? You got to stay tuned, but I've got it coming up.
That's why they call it a tease.
Yep.
Thanks, Chris. It is the perfect weekend to get out for Wisconsin homecoming, and we're helping you plan that perfect tailgate, plus all the other festivities that your family can partake in. Leah Linscheid is kicking off team coverage for us down on her old stomping grounds. Hey there, Leah.
Good morning, Chris. Yeah, we are on Bascom Hill. Doesn't Bascom Hall look just stunning this morning? Can't believe how dark it is, by the way. Wisconsin in October, but hey, beautiful weekend to take in an October homecoming, and UW has you covered with tons of different festivities for your family, your kids, your spouse, everybody welcome. I'm going to bring in Jacob Kerrigan with the UW Homecoming Committee this morning to talk about some of the fun stuff. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Waking up dark and early with us.
Oh yeah, I love it. So what better way to start out the day?
It is a beautiful, beautiful weekend ahead. We got to talk about what's happening tonight, which is the parade. This kicks off all the official fun. What can folks expect tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. We got the big parade starting at 6 o'clock. It's going to be starting over here on Langdon. It's going to go to Wisconsin Avenue from there. It's going to go down Gilman, and then it's going to come down the Great State Street and end at Lake. But it's going to be a huge parade. We're super excited about it.
Roughly how long does the parade take?
Yeah, it'll take anywhere from about 45 minutes to a little bit more than an hour for it. But with all the fun we're expecting, it might go a little bit longer. So.
Oh, I like to hear that. What are some of the highlights folks can expect?
Oh yeah, we got a ton of awesome things going on. We got a bunch of entertainers coming in. We got a lot of great student organizations in it. We have the UW Marching Band, the Black Star Drumline. We also have the Wienermobile this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's something that I'm excited about. So, but yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff going on. And then you'll see the homecoming committee following at the tail end, too.
That'll be you guys. We got to talk about the band. That's a big part of the parade. Oh, yeah. What can folks expect band-wise? You know any of the songs or anything they'll be playing?
Oh, well, they'll have, you know, the classics on Wisconsin and stuff like that. The band is actually kind of one of the more fun logistical parts of it, because they're actually just wrapping up their rehearsals right as the parade's about to start. So it's a huge mission every year to get them all the way from Lakeshore all the way down here to the Memorial Union in time for the parade.
That's what they pay you the big bucks for?
That's what they pay you the big bucks for.
You're carrying the tuba down the hill?
Oh yeah, they get on our shoulders. We start swimming across the lake to get them here, but it's so much fun.
Gosh, I love the parade. One of the best parts of the weekend. We're going to talk to some more of the homecoming committee in the 608 coming up about some of the other festivities. But Jacob, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me. Happy homecoming.
Now, we want to give you a brief rundown, a little sneak peek of what's to come. Here are some of the other fun things you can take part in this weekend. After that parade, just follow the band, follow the parade down to the Memorial Union. That's where the pep rally kicks off around 7:30. With fireworks and Bucky. So you might remember last year the fireworks had to be canceled because of the weather. Gorgeous weather means fireworks back on. They should hit right around 8:45. The multicultural yard show is also at the terrace. Take that in before the fireworks. That's at 8 inside Shannon Hall. So you can warm up a little bit if you're getting chilly. Then on Saturday, a couple things I want to call out. The Divine Nine Plaza Kickback. This is a new tradition. It's going to celebrate the history and contributions of black fraternities and sororities on campus. A new tradition here for the UW campus. We're excited about that. That's at East Campus Mall. Or you can stop by, of course, the Badger Bash at Union South. Tailgate a little bit before the game. Quick mention of our partners at Madison Magazine, because they always have you covered on really unique things that you can do around the Madison area. Wouldn't be Wisconsin homecoming if you didn't try an old-fashioned downtown, right? They suggest Gray's. I've never tried that one. I'm more of a traditional old-fashioned at the old-fashioned kind of gal, but get an old-fashioned anywhere in Madison, you're going to be fine. You also have to stop at Camp Trimbalindi. If you haven't been here yet, it's a bar on State Street. You can take in a rooftop fireplace. Really throwback vibes. You will love it. And then on campus, while you're here, get in some history. Check out the project Sifting and Reckoning at the Chazen Art Museum. That's a really, really interesting look back at some of the history of discrimination and marginalization on the UW campus. You can find that whole list inside Madison Magazine and up right now on channel3000.com. So coming up out here at Bascom Hill, we are talking a little bit about the fundraiser, the Fill the Hill with the Flamingos. In case you aren't familiar, it's a really neat story and a big year this year. And we're going to continue to provide all of the information you need on UW homecoming. For now, though, Chris, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Leah, live on Bascom Hill. Thanks, Leah. We have some continuing coverage this morning, folks. The FBI is urging people to remain vigilant after more than a dozen Wisconsin schools received fake school shooting reports. Investigators say the calls were not credible, but rather part of something larger called swatting. That's when a caller reports an active shooter when there is none. Here in Madison yesterday, a caller falsely alerted Dane County Dispatch of an active shooter at East High, going as far as to describe the person's gender, race, clothing, and weapon. Madison school spokesperson Tim Lamont confirmed that caller claimed someone had shot dozens of East High students. He said while there was never any legitimate danger to the school, the threat alone is cause for concern.
We understand that it raises anxiety, and we really work with our kids who have anxiety to provide them the support after these things happen. But we have to take every one of these threats seriously.
Across the state, authorities told Madison schools about the swatting ahead of time. That meant they were able to increase police presence in the area around East High as a precaution. This is not just happening here in the state. Some states seem to be targeted multiple times, like Texas and California. Experts have had to put out guidance because of how severe it's gotten. Now the National Association of School Resource Officers says they could be looking at a single culprit responsible for all of them.
There's been some consistency in a lot of these, and the consistency has been thick accent, seems to be reading from a script.
And not just that, but several local police agencies have tracked IP addresses to a location in Africa. However, the FBI has not confirmed any of that. There are still several questions that remain in this case this morning, but right now no concrete answers. So be sure to stay with News 3 Now and channel3000.com for any and all updates. To student debt loan forgiveness now, Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett has rejected an appeal from Wisconsin taxpayers to stop the program. Barrett did not give insight into why she rejected the appeal, but the appeal has lost in many lower federal courts as well. A U.S. district judge turned the lawsuit down before this because those suing didn't have the legal right. Millions of Americans have already applied for relief of up to $20,000 since applications launched a week ago. You can apply for student loan forgiveness now. The website is on your screen. New this morning, state officials are announcing that $10 million from the American Rescue Plan Act will go to fighting hunger here in the state. Feeding Wisconsin and the Hunger Task Force will each receive $5 million. The money will help cover food costs for these two organizations until June of next year. Officials at Feeding Wisconsin say this money is important as grocery stores are being hit the hardest by inflation. 9 minutes after 6 now, coming up, cleaning up our lakes and streams, where Dane County just purchased land to focus on.
And this morning we're live in the 608 talking about the annual Fill the Hill on Bascom Hill as UW Homecoming is here. We're going to talk about them celebrating a big milestone as we flamingo on into the break. We'll be right back, folks.
Did you know Tim Michaels encourages violence from his supporters?
People should just be ready to get out in the streets with pitchforks and torches.
He's extremely divisive.
I don't care who I offend.
Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
Now's the time to take advantage of our lowest prices of the season at Ashley. Clearance items up to 78% off. Plus, get 60-month special financing. You can get sofas for as little as $8 a month and no money down. Don't miss your chance at huge savings. Happening now at Ashley.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. Celebrate Halloween weekend at Jurassic Quest. Come dressed in your favorite costume for a chance to win a prize. And join us for Trick or Treat, starting October 28th in Madison. Buy tickets in advance for best selection at JurassicQuest.com.
Complete your projects with 11% off everything at Menards. Save time and adhere the savings with Loctite. Power Grab heavy-duty construction adhesive has a 0-second instant grab. A 9-ounce tube is $4.44 after 11% rebate. Transform your space with a fresh coat of paint. Pittsburgh Ultra Interior Paint is a remarkable paint at an incredible value. It's a paint and primer in one that provides a durable finish. A gallon is $19.55 after 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Breaking news in Dallas, Texas, where at least 5 police officers were killed when they were ambushed.
This was the deadliest day for U.S. law enforcement since 9/11.
Just days after this horrific crime, Mandela Barnes appeared on Vladimir Putin's propaganda news outlet and rationalized violence against American police officers.
Police officers are over-exercising their badges. This probably was a retaliatory attack.
Do you want Mandela Barnes representing you in the Senate?
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Keep bragging about your buck after the hunt with wild game processing from Johnson's Sausage Shop in Ryle, Wisconsin. Friends enjoy a hunting story more over a jalapeno cheddar stick. Johnson's Sausage Shop accepts wild game 7 days a week. First bucks in are the first brats out.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. The Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy providers are working together to help keep your heat and power on. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here.
Now is the time to take advantage of our lowest mattress prices of the season at Ashley. Right now, save 55% on Beauty Rest Select Hybrid and receive a comforter, 2 pillows, and a 4-piece sheet set for free. Get the sleep you deserve for just $21 a month. Don't miss your chance at huge savings. Happening now at Ashley.
Tim Michaels' company has been sued numerous times for sexual assault and harassment. Women said they were groped and pressured to have sex with their bosses. Those who spoke out were fired. Is that the kind of divisive radical you want as governor?
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Right onto his flamingo. You might remember, Chris, last year he did break it. Last year, probably 2 minutes before airtime, he broke it again.
You guys say I break it. It's just the thing just pops out of the bottom. It's not broken. I did drop it, though, so...
I mean, it's still broken, just you can fix it faster.
I know, that's true, that's true. But aren't they fun? Look at this. We're talking about Fill the Hill, and this year's even bigger. You know, we featured this last year, but now they're celebrating 10 years this year.
Big
so
deal.
This is a big, big deal. Yeah. So again, this is all in help of the Wisconsin Foundation and Alumni Association. Each one of these represents a donation out here on Bascom Hill. So you're going to start to see these really flying into Bascom Hill throughout the day. And this is just one of the major events that are going to be happening for homecoming weekend. I want to bring in Catherine Reed this morning, a part of the homecoming committee. Catherine, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So this is super exciting. You're up early because you're ready to get things off and running this weekend.
Of course. Nothing better than a good homecoming week here at the University of Wisconsin.
So you guys have been busy because obviously the homecoming committee has a big job underway to make sure that this weekend really goes smoothly.
Yes, of course. We were joined on Sunday by a lot of the student organizations here at the Memorial Union. We decorated windows kind of along the terrace. They'll be out this whole week, so if any of you guys find yourself here downtown, definitely check those out. We're so grateful to everybody who helped us out. Also along State Street, lots of the businesses were kind enough to allow us to decorate their windows with nice little homecoming messages, so definitely check those out as well. We've also been having a blood drive the whole week. We have been decorating community murals outside of both the student unions. We're hoping to have those on display here this weekend. And yeah, I mean, it's been a really great time. It's been really important for us this year to kind of reintroduce ourselves and our message, especially coming out of COVID. It's our first time in 3 years holding a normal homecoming. And 3 years doesn't seem like that long of a time, but over half of our student body here has never experienced a normal homecoming, so that's been really fun this year.
That's incredible to even think of, and I think that's what makes this year even more special, is not only is we're starting things off with the 10th annual Fill the Hill, but this is a much more normal looking homecoming for everyone here in the community.
Yes, absolutely. We are so excited to kind of get back out there, especially here at the parade. It's a great community event. We're so excited.
So you're a sophomore here. You know, what's your favorite part about being here at Wisconsin?
It is just such an incredible community here on campus. Obviously, the academics are a huge part of my life here, but also I've just been able to find such an incredible group here with homecoming, but also just the student life here is just unmatched.
So come on out this weekend, support the UW.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, Catherine, thank you so much. Have a wonderful weekend. We appreciate it. Oh, my goodness, look who's out here.
Who's
Bascom's
that?
wondering what I'm holding. What is this, Bascom? What is that?
What is that? Can you
What
sit?
is that? Is that a flamingo?
Is that what? Is this your buddy?
Bascom thinks that she's getting a treat, I think, because Mama
She
spoils her. Oh, you got treats in your hand. Of course you do.
I was trying to keep her close as the dump truck drove by.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah, that's a good girl.
How much fun is this? This is like a little family photo. Sorry, Zach, if he's watching. How much fun is this, though? Bascom on Bascom Hill here in the 608.
You know, this is a weekend I live for. So many fun things for everybody to take part in. We are going to continue to break them all down for you in the 608 and also throughout the rest of News 3 Now this morning. Up on channel3000.com, you guys can find all the details, Chris.
Bascom just wants a treat.
Yeah, treat? I know, honey. You shake.
Talk to you all soon. Thank you. Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Email him for a chance to be featured or find him on social media. It is a little chilly to start off your Friday morning, but we are going to warm up nicely today, Chris Reese.
Yeah, this is what we're hitting all morning long. It is your homecoming forecast and really the entire weekend, and just how amazing this weekend is getting ready to be. Look for temperatures topping out at 71. 5 o'clock, that's where temperatures will be. By 6, we're down to 68, 65 by the time we get you towards 7 o'clock. So if you're headed to the parade, temperatures will be falling into the 60s as that takes place. Then there's the game tomorrow. Temperatures will be into the low 70s, pretty much the entire game. By the 5th quarter, coming back down into the upper 60s. It's still going to be mild, but a perfect and great homecoming game for you. 75, your forecast high on Saturday. Tomorrow at 74, we also have a chance to see some thunderstorms tomorrow night. I will show those to you in just a moment. For now, here's what it is headed out the door in terms of temperature. Boscobel still at 28 and 26 in Wautoma. Janesville dropped to 39. So did Monroe and Wisconsin Dells. 41 for Platteville, Mineral Point, 37 in Juneau, and 40 in Watertown. Across the Madison Metro, our temperatures are still hanging out into the upper 30s or low 40s. Middleton, the warmest at 45. 42 for Cross Plains, Sun Prairie's at 39, Stoughton's at 37. It is 44 at the airport. Winds are out of the south at 8 miles per hour. That creates a minor wind chill. 4 degrees cooler. It feels like 40 as you step out, but that's better than some of the 20s that it felt like as we went throughout the week. Lunchtime today, winds are still out of the south and southwest. Temperatures into the mid-60s. We'll top out into the low 70s. Some of you, driftless region, I'm calling you out. We'll top out into the mid-70s later on this afternoon. Overnight tonight, down into the mid-40s. Then tomorrow, with winds still out of the south, we will make it into the mid-70s. Someone might flirt with 80 tomorrow, but mid-70s for sure. Then as we move towards Sunday, we begin the day with sunshine, but Sunday is the day of change. You'll start to notice clouds on the increase toward the evening, and then chances for your showers will be on the increase as we move towards your Sunday night and into Monday. That's when the next system moves our way, and it's the next of several systems that will lead to multiple rain chances throughout next week. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday feature chances for rain. Thursday, what a break. Before more chances to rain by Friday and Saturday.
All right, Chris Reese, thank you very much. Dane County leaders announcing the purchase of 128 acres of land in the town of Dunn. Executive Jill Parisi says the purchase is Dane County's most extensive Suck the Muck effort to date. Suck the Muck is an initiative to improve the overall health of area lakes and streams. This land borders the Door Creek Wildlife Area.
It will be critical to reaching our goals of removing major in-stream sources of algae-producing phosphorus, and we're incredibly excited to be entering this new stage.
Since first launching the initiative in 2017, Suck the Muck has removed 180,000 pounds of algae making phosphorus, and 56,000 tons of sludge from area creeks and rivers. Coming up in our next half hour, new developments in the officer-involved shooting in Windsor. Stay with us.
Closed captioning sponsored by Community Shares of Wisconsin's Workplace Giving Campaign.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
I'll never forget January 6th, watching my fellow law enforcement officers defending the Capitol, defending our freedoms, defending democracy, and then 5 officers died. But Ron Johnson is making excuses for rioters who tried to overthrow our government, even calling them peaceful protests. Johnson defended Donald Trump's lies and even supported efforts to make it harder for some people to vote at all. Senator Johnson's just not for us.
And Citizens United is responsible for the content of this ad.
Join us at the Madison Fall Parade of Homes, exclusively sponsored by Nuns. Visit and get inspired for your 2023 building and remodeling projects. Go to MadisonParadeOfHomes.com and purchase your tickets today.
Wells Fargo lets you know where you stand with your FICO credit score. What if you knew where you stood with everything, like your future in-laws?
Hope you like cats.
I hope your parents like me. They're whispering.
The kitties like her.
Oh, can they tell I'm allergic? Tears of joy.
Welcome to the family.
Like knowing where you stand? When it comes to your credit score, you can with Wells Fargo.
People remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Good times insurance.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
This fall into savings with an affordable, delectable dining set. I've got stylish dining sets as low as $5.99. Whether you're craving farmhouse, rustic, contemporary, cottage, and more. I've got dining and counter heights, extendable dining, storage benches, and tons of configurations. Plus, my dining sets come with 6 chairs, not the usual 4 those other guys give. Your dream dining room just falls into place at Bob's Discount Furniture. I said falls into place? Perfect.
Get Bob's Discount.
Breaking news in Dallas, Texas, where at least 5 police officers were killed when they were ambushed.
This was the deadliest day for U.S. law enforcement since 9/11.
Just days after this horrific crime, Mandela Barnes appeared on Vladimir Putin's propaganda news outlet and rationalized violence against American police officers.
Police officers are over-exercising their badges. This probably was a retaliatory attack.
Do you want Mandela Barnes representing you in the Senate?
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
We're back sharing Second Crop Creative's morning photo. Monroe's downtown square.
It is.
That's beautiful.
So I'm going to say it. It makes me think of Kentucky. Now, it could be Highland, but it makes me think of Kentucky. But here is why. So there are a bunch of towns in Kentucky that have town squares that look just like this. And in particular, there's a town in Kentucky called Tompkinsville, and they have a town square that looks almost exactly like this.
Tompkinsville, Kentucky.
Yep. Small town. I think Monroe might actually be bigger. But it makes me think of this.
Well, that's quite a compliment to compare it to Monroe. I mean, this is beautiful, and Monroe is a fantastic community. We want to thank Second Crop Creative for sharing this picture with us. We appreciate it. Trending this morning, apparently the smell of burnt hair. Did you see this? Elon Musk put out a fragrance called Burnt Hair, joked about it on Twitter. The tagline was the essence of repugnant desire. It sells for $100, and you know what? They sold all 30,000 bottles they had. Now folks are selling them on eBay, and they're getting a lot of money for them. Several $100s, up to even $10,000 for one of these bottles.
So in the last hour, I told you how I felt, but what about you?
I think Elon does this to just mess with us.
He does. Oh, 10,000%.
Oh, yeah. He had that flamethrower or whatever he sold.
Then there was like Dogecoin or something a long time.
I don't...
He's doing what he does.
Burnt hair. Okay.
All right.
Bust out forecast time, Chris Reese.
Yes, it is. If you're getting ready to head out the door, maybe a light jacket, but we're going to be a lot warmer than where we've been the past couple of mornings. Temperatures around the mid-40s. We will be into the upper 60s, close to 70, headed home later.
Ditching that jacket pretty quick today. Stay with us, folks. More UW Homecoming coverage coming up right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
Take advantage of our lowest appliance prices of the season at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save an additional 10% on eligible LG appliance packages of 3 or more pieces, plus delivery within 5 days on in-stock appliances. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
He made $57 million from a family business whose growth was directly linked to China. His dad worked the third shift in an auto plant. Johnson pushed tax breaks benefiting himself and his millionaire donors. Barnes will cut taxes for the middle class. Johnson would let states ban nearly all abortions. Barnes will protect our rights. Ron Johnson's extreme and out for himself. Mandela Barnes works for us. SMP is responsible for the content of this ad.
Jurassic Quest is back and bigger than ever. Celebrate Halloween weekend at Jurassic Quest. Come dressed in your favorite costume for a chance to win a prize. And join us for Trick or Treat, starting October 28th in Madison. Buy tickets in advance for best selection at JurassicQuest.com.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Well-qualified buyers can get 1.9% financing or get $1,200 cash allowance on all 2022 Equinox models. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
I'm Mandela Barnes, and I approve this message.
All units. Reports of an abortion at Central Hospital. Officers needed to detain doctor.
If Ron Johnson has his way, he wouldn't just ban abortions. Doctors could go to jail for it. And Johnson's tried for over a decade. He even co-sponsored a bill with no exceptions for rape, incest, or the life of the woman. And said if women don't like an abortion ban, they can just move. But it's Ron Johnson who doesn't belong in Wisconsin.
Ashley's Ultimate Sale is going on now. Shop in store and get the ultimate mattress discounts. Get 55% off select Beauty Rest mattresses. Plus, buy any Tempur-Pedic mattress and get $300 in free furniture. Don't miss these ultimate savings. Only at Ashley.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe she could sell her house.
What could go wrong?
Like listing your house, then dealing with all the trouble, expense, not to mention closing costs. We Buy Ugly Houses can buy your house fast for all cash as is with no hassle. Call or click to sell quick.
Right now, new developments in the investigation into the deputy who shot and killed a man in Windsor. What we know and don't know this morning. Also, UW researchers using new technology to spot fires from space.
We're getting ready to get you out the door this morning. You've got a lot going on this weekend, don't we all? Your full forecast is coming up.
And some gorgeous weather for whatever you got planned this weekend, including UW Homecoming. We're in check with Leah Linscheid, who's live on campus this morning with Josh Breider to get you ready for a big weekend. Here in just a moment. First, yeah, we're starting off a little chilly this morning, but you won't need that jacket for long today.
Yeah, just a wee bit. But Leah is on Bascom with Bascom, so it's going to be a good
she's got her dog with her, too.
Yes. So stay tuned for that. I do want to hit you with the quick forecast for you. As you are getting ready to head out the door, some of the things I want to encourage you to grab, maybe a light jacket early on, especially the sunglasses. That's one thing I want you to have. You can leave the umbrella at home. We'll get through most of the weekend without it. Early next week, the umbrella might come back into the picture for you. Here's what happens as you plan out the day. Lunchtime, we're at 63. 4 o'clock, we will be at 71. And then here's what happens right now. It's 44. Winds are out of the south at 8 miles per hour. It feels like about 40. Dew points, though, are into the lower 30s, so that means we're starting to get a little bit more moisture into the air. So the dryness, the scratchiness shouldn't be as much of an issue this weekend. Mid-40s to mid-30s across Dane County and the Madison Metro. Some of you into the lower 40s. Mount Horeb is at 41 for you. And then as we plan out today, check it out, 70 or beyond as we start to move towards your afternoon. Tonight we'll cool things down into mainly the upper 40s, but then tomorrow we will see even more of the sunshine, even more of the warmth too. 75 is your forecast high tomorrow. Some of you could be even warmer.
How about that? Doesn't that look great?
It looks amazing.
I'm here for it. Thanks, Chris. Gorgeous weather if you are headed downtown to the UW-Madison campus this weekend. Badger fans and alumni will be there for homecoming, and we're all hoping the team can turn it around this Saturday, right, as they take on Purdue at Camp Randall. Our Leah Linscheid is live on campus this morning, kicking off our team coverage with a look ahead. Hi there, Leah.
Good morning, Chris. We've been talking about all the festivities you can take part in for UW Homecoming all morning long. You know, this is my time of year. I love UW Homecoming. I love the parade, but I love that game, and I want it to go well for us. So we checked in with ESPN Madison to get a little bit of analysis on what we need to do to win this game, what it means for interim coach Jim Leonard, and what it means for our bowl chances moving forward. Take a listen to what he had to say.
Jim, thanks again for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So I want to start with the mindset for the team. 4 players now entering the transfer portal since Paul Chryst was fired.
He's got it! Touchdown, Michigan State!
That loss to Michigan State in double overtime. What do they need to pull together a positive mindset ahead of homecoming?
Well, 2 things. One, with the transfer portal, one thing to notice is that the players get 30 days when a coach is fired. That's a new rule in the NCAA that they can announce their transfer quicker than normal. Normally, they have to wait to the end of the year. So some of these players might be taking advantage of it. And with all due respect to those players, they were all backups and maybe necessarily didn't meet the expectations they had for themselves or the Badgers had for them. So I think a lot of those were going to happen anyways.
Okay.
They're just being announced now. So it's nothing against them. It's nothing against Coach Leonard. At the same time, I do think there's a mindset change that needs to happen within this program with these players. And I think that's what Coach Leonard is working on. And it's just going to be a hard job. It's going to take more than 2 weeks.
Purdue is 5-2 this season. That's pretty good for them.
Yeah.
What do we need to win?
Honestly, good quarterback play is always going to be the best answer. And this isn't all falling on Graham Mertz as far as the struggles for the Badgers, but he's the one that can erase it all. And he still has these mistakes, these interceptions that can swing the tide. And that helps a little bit more when you're at home. When you throw an interception, maybe it doesn't swing the tide as much. But the easiest thing to fix is the quarterback play. They also need to play better defense. Purdue can throw the ball around, but this Badgers defense has enough talent. They should be able to manhandle Purdue.
We historically handle Purdue pretty well, right?
Yeah, usually this is a game, even down in Purdue, the Badgers are beating the snot out of them. Nobody's at the game. Purdue's a sad program. But that's not the case. I mean, Purdue's scheduled at homecoming for a reason, because usually, just like in high school, that's the team you want to beat up on. That's not the case this year.
Does Leonard need this win as much as the team does?
Yeah, I think that no matter what, winning is going to count. And I think getting the team to a bowl game, which is 6 wins, so it's just kind of a counting game at this point. Every win matters. If you can get to a bowl game, I think that really helps secure Leonard's opportunity to become the head coach. If you don't, I do think other options could be available, including, like, let's say Lance Leipold from UW-Whitewater.
Yes.
He's lost his last 2 games at Kansas, but that Kansas program is more successful than it's been in like a decade with Coach Leipold.
All right, looking ahead, we have 5 games left of the season. Do we have the time and the talent to turn it around?
You have the time. Turning around again, I think the new goal is the bowl game. Just get to a bowl game. The talent's there. But anyone, you know, if you follow recruiting, and the Badgers used to be really good at this, there's something missing as far as they have the stars, they have all these players that necessarily had the accolades in high school, but they're not clicking with the Badgers, whether it's the system, whether it's not being happy here, whatever it is. They have to figure out how to get more of those guys to click, and then I think the program can bounce. I honestly thought the Northwestern victory was going to turn the tide.
Yeah.
The Michigan State game was frustrating, some bad turnovers. I don't think that's a death knell for the program. They easily can turn it around against a Purdue team who has a lot of wins, but they're definitely a beatable team. ESPN actually has the Badgers, when you look at the score predictor, 57% chance of winning.
Okay.
So it's not some sort of massive upset if they pull off Purdue. So this is something I think they can do.
Big homecoming weekend ahead. Jim, thanks for talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
Jim Rutledge there with ESPN Madison, always providing phenomenal analysis. I do have to mention, if you saw that look ahead, that schedule for the rest of the season, what Jim is really looking at is that game against Minnesota November 26th, that Thanksgiving game, Battle for the Axe. They have it right now, and he says our best chances to get a bowl game, which is the goal right now, he says, is to win that game, the last game of the season, and get the Axe back. Give us some press and some momentum going into the bowl game. So something to keep an eye on past homecoming. Now, I would be remiss if I was out on Bascom Hill and didn't bring my dog. You guys know I'm always talking about her. I don't know that I've ever put her on air. Will you sit? Will you come up by Mom?
There's my girl.
Hello. Hello. So I had to bring her out. Will you come over here? Come on up here. Good girl. Good girl. Will you sit? Will you sit? We have other TV crews here this morning, so I don't want her to walk into other live shots, but she's been a good girl here. She's at home. You can tell she knows what this place is. Bascom on Bascom Hill. Had to leave you with that this morning, Chris. We're getting a kick out of it this morning.
Oh, perfect fit. All right, we'll talk to you soon, Leah. Thank you. 6:37 now to our headlines this morning. The Wisconsin Department of Justice has identified the officer who shot and killed a man in Windsor last week. He is Deputy Cody Woods. He has 4 years of law enforcement experience. He is currently on administrative assignment per department policy as the investigation continues. The DOJ says Deputy Woods made contact with a stolen vehicle at the Super 8 Hotel on Lake Circle. During the contact, he fired his gun, hitting the driver, who's been identified as 46-year-old Quantez Campbell. Campbell was transported to the hospital where he died. It is important to note, investigators still have not said whether Campbell was armed or resisted arrest at all when he was shot. Some new information this morning. Oregon police say 21-year-old Jose Jimenez should be considered armed. Come to your screen and take a look. He is a suspect in an attempted armed robbery from Wednesday on Oregon Parks Avenue. Again, Jimenez should be considered armed. He is known to frequent both Madison and Oregon. If you have any information, please contact Oregon authorities. When it comes to fighting wildfires, every minute matters. This year, a team at UW-Madison launched a system that can detect them and alert NASA in just a matter of seconds. And as our Armand Rahman finds, it's all starting in space.
In fact, highlighting a fire that was detected this morning in North Carolina.
Wildfires detected from space can now appear on the NASA firm's map faster than you can type in the website.
We looked at the hardware systems that we have both in orbit and the receiving systems that we have here at UW and said, we don't see any reason why we couldn't do this in 60 seconds.
That traditionally takes 60 minutes. Before Liam Gumley and his team launched UW's low-latency data processing ground station 6 months ago.
This is our antenna system that we use to receive data from satellites in low Earth orbit. When we receive that broadcast on the Earth, we then have to transform it to a sequence of zeros and ones, a string of bits.
They then locate where on Earth the moving satellite detected the heat signature and turn those zeros and ones into something tangible, like temperature.
And once that software pops out the pixels that are determined to be wildfires, we would send that information to NASA with low latency. Our system is the only one that I know of in the United States that's operating right now.
NASA gets that info in less than a minute.
We've had users requesting this data for a long time.
For wildlife and fire managers in the U.S. and Canada to plan with.
Where they're going to deploy their resources, where they need to be thinking about deploying resources in the next half a day or so.
But officials with NASA firms see the technology spreading across the globe.
I think it's valuable at all different scales. So whether you're doing strategic fire monitoring or whether you're doing modeling fire spread.
And Gumley and the team here think it could be the beginning of fire detection right at our fingertips.
Just like you get a warning today about severe weather, if you happen to be in a county where there's a severe weather warning or a thunderstorm warning, that perhaps you could get a warning about there's a fire that's been detected in proximity to your location.
Armand Rahman reporting. Another fun fact, one of those Earth-orbiting satellites used in the system is the Swami NPP, named after the UW-Madison meteorologist. 6:40 now. Outside, we are tracking your traffic here on your Friday morning. And it'll be warming up out there pretty good today. Chris is timing out that forecast for homecoming events and the possibility we could see some rain this weekend.
And doing my best at being a flamingo out here on Bascom Hill on a Friday morning as we're celebrating UW homecoming. Coming up, we're going to talk about Phil the Hill celebrating a big milestone in the 608.
With Pick and Save Fresh Perks, it's easy to get lower than low prices for the win. You also earn fuel points on every purchase to save big at the pump. Pick and Save Fresh Perks. All you do is win big, big savings. Pick and Save. Fresh for everyone.
When I heard from my doctor, it was my worst nightmare. My baby's diagnosis was dismal, a severe abnormality, and my husband and I decided to have an abortion so our daughter wouldn't suffer. Tim Michaels thinks that decision should have been his, not ours. He wants to criminalize abortion. And if he's elected, women will lose the freedom to decide what's best for them. Tim Michaels is just way too radical for Wisconsin.
If you overdraw your account, Wells Fargo gives you an extra day grace period to avoid the overdraft fee. What if everything came with a grace period? Like accidentally parking where you shouldn't.
Hey, what about this one? Nah, that one gets an extra day. Somebody got lucky.
Like having an extra day grace period? When it comes to overdrafts, you can with Wells Fargo.
So I just started this new trapeze class and...
Whoa, the new iPhone is here.
I know, right? The ultimate iPhone. US Cellular paid for mine and I was already a customer.
The new iPhone is here.
Right, and you'd be smart to get it at US Cellular. They have price protection, so you know your rate won't go up.
Now, new and current customers can get any new iPhone 14 Pro or iPhone 14 Pro Max on us.
Okay, I'll just wait here and watch your donut.
At US Cellular, where every plan is price protected.
In every corner of our state, Wisconsinites feel the impact of a changing climate, from the effects on our crops and livestock to the damage to our roads and highways. That's why Governor Tony Evers has a plan to take action and protect our state. It will get Wisconsin to 100% clean energy, lower power bills, grow our local economies, and create more than 40,000 jobs right here in Wisconsin. Tony Evers, focused on doing the right thing for Wisconsin families.
With the Pick and Save app, no matter where you order free pickup, you get the same great deals as you'd get in our stores. So start your cart today.
Whenever, wherever,
Pick and save, fresh for everyone.
News 3 Now brought you the only debate between Governor Tony Evers and challenger Tim Michaels, focusing on the important issues facing Wisconsin and our nation. Committed to giving you a clear and objective view of campaign 2022. News 3 Now, your local election headquarters.
The candidates for Wisconsin Attorney General face off in a live debate. Join us as Attorney General Josh Call and District Attorney Eric Toney debate in a Campaign 2022 special.
Thursday at 4 p.m. on News 3 Now, your local election headquarters. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
The sun is coming up over the 608. We can't quite see it over Bascom Hill quite yet. But Josh Breiter is here with me, of course, talking about all things flamingo this morning. You love it.
I love flamingos.
Fabulous.
You know, it is fabulous. It's my favorite gift. I was just staying at the Flamingo in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. I was, yeah. So I'm all about things flamingo. And this year's pretty special, Leah, because they're celebrating 10 years of Fill the Hill. So we want to talk about that this morning because this is a big, big tradition here at UW. Sarah Shute with us once again. Sarah, good morning.
Good morning, Josh. Welcome back and happy homecoming.
Yes, happy homecoming. You are looking great, by the way.
Thank you. We love our homecoming jackets. We love all of our homecoming spirit.
So this year is huge because you guys are celebrating 10 years of Fill the Hill.
That's right. You know, what started as a tradition in 1979 as a prank has turned into a really important fundraiser for the university and also a great way for people to participate no matter where they are.
So the flamingos are already flying on to Bascom Hill this morning, and talk about what each bird represents here.
Yes, that's right. So for every donation that's made to UW-Madison during this period of time, a flamingo will be put on Bascom Hill. And anybody who makes a donation of $250 or more will get their own flamingo in the mail when the event is over.
So the more that people donate, the bigger that this hill is going to get.
That's right, and we want to be able to surpass the original 1,008 flamingos that were part of the prank, and I think we've already done that because we've had more than 1,200 donors already.
Wow, that's awesome. So, I mean, you guys are super excited. The weather is in your favor this year.
It is perfect. Last year, you remember, it was misty and terrible. Tonight is going to be a beautiful night to celebrate homecoming traditions, to come out for the parade and the block party. We're really excited.
Yeah, we spoke to the homecoming committee a little earlier, and I mean, this is really the first time in 3 years that things are looking normal.
That's right, and we've really felt the energy and the excitement of people coming back, wanting to be back together in person and celebrate traditions with each other.
So one of the things that's new this year, you guys are talking about a social media challenge as far as the flamingo goes. How does that go?
Well, our staff has encouraged everybody who wants to participate in the homecoming spirit to do the flamingo and take a picture and post it on hashtag UW Flamingos.
Okay, so Leah is going to get in on this morning. We're all going to do our best flamingo. Here we go, guys, in 3, 2, and 1. There we go. Look at that.
Yeah,
Sarah, as always, thank you so much for your time. And I mean, this is just so exciting to be here again.
It is great. I really appreciate you guys coming out and on Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin. Thank you so much. What do you think? You're out here in the 608.
That could have gone poorly. I was like, I don't know if I have the balance anymore to do that sort of thing. And then I tried to add the beak, and that gets a little dicey.
A little, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. Wisconsin mom here. Have you been showing that off here? Look at that. That's so cute.
Like
I love it. Yes. So much fun out here. Good having you out here this morning. I mean, this is just fun because things are looking more normal. You can just sense the excitement as far as homecoming goes this year.
I can't tell you how much I love UW homecoming. All of the festivities, the parade, the fireworks tonight. The weather's good enough for fireworks. A return to some normalcy after a couple of years off. This is a big deal.
It is, yeah. And the weather, I think that's the biggest thing. Is so many people are excited about that because even this morning, it's like, what? I don't have gloves on. You do have gloves on, but that's okay.
I've been deciding whether or not to put gloves on. Like, I'm a Wisconsin native. I should tough it out.
And then you put the gloves on. Yeah. So no, things are looking good out here. Come on out and say hello. We'll be out and about this weekend too, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, please come see us. If you need to find any information on festivities happening for UW homecoming, any tailgating information, it's all up on channel3000.com for you, Chris.
All right, Josh and Leah, good stuff this morning. Thank you both. Hey, don't forget to let Josh Let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured. Let's get to Chris Reese now in that First Warn Certified Most Accurate Forecast. Hey, Chris.
Yeah, good morning. Here's what to expect if you're headed out to the parade later on this evening. Temperatures will be into the 70s early, falling into the 60s, but it's the mid-60s and upper 60s, so still things will feel quite good. Then if you're going to the game tomorrow, it'll be mild. Some might even say it's almost a little too mild, but still pretty perfect for homecoming. 71 at kickoff, 73 at halftime. Fifth quarter, temperatures will be right around 69 for the UW Marching Band entertainment there. Overall, Saturday tops out at 75. We're mostly sunny. Sunday features a lot of sunshine too, but cloud cover will be on the increase, and then we'll start to see at least a chance for some showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures as you begin to head out the door right now are generally in the 30s and 40s. Bosca Bell's at 28, 26 for Black River Falls and Wautoma this morning. Monroe's at 42 and Janesville's at 39. Most of our temperatures in the Dane County metro are into the 30s and 40s as well. Middleton at 46, 37 for Cottage Grove, 39 at Sun Prairie. Wanakee is at 37. Meanwhile, Belleville a little bit cooler down at 36. Same for our friends in Verona. It's 44 at the airport. Winds are out of the south at 8 miles per hour. That creates a small wind chill for us of about 40, but still things will continue to get better as the day goes on. 63 at noon. We get towards your peak heating. Temperatures will be into the low 70s at that point, and then we'll cool down into the 40s overnight tonight before we redo the 70s tomorrow, but it's even better. Temperatures topping out around 75. Lone Rock, maybe a little warmer. Someone in southwest Wisconsin may approach 80. I don't think anyone makes it to 80 tomorrow, but it will be close. After that, we start to pay attention to Sunday night into early next week. That is when our chances for rain return to the picture, and there are multiple systems that begin to come our way. So you're looking at a lot of rain chances Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, along with Friday, Saturday next week. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's just enjoy the weekend for now.
Sounds good to me. Thank you, Chris. The morning sprint is coming up next. First, we want to remind you to, we do have a couple birthdays. We want to thank them for sending in their pictures. Happy birthday, Brody. Do we have another one to celebrate? And Christian. And not forget, Letty. And one more to get to, Rhett. Happy birthday, everyone. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's the Hyvee Red Hot Weekend 99-cent sale this Friday through Sunday. 8-ounce pork chops, only 99 cents. Hyvee peanut butter, only 99 cents. And Ragu, only 99 cents. Scan the code, get deals, only at Hyvee.
Take advantage of our lowest appliance prices of the season at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save an additional 10% on eligible LG appliance packages of 3 or more pieces, plus delivery within 5 days on in-stock appliances. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
For the plunge you never thought they'd take. For the day you never thought would come. For all the years that have come and gone.
For all those special moments that make life worth living. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
The Internet of Things is evolving, creating the Internet of You. And Spectrum, America's leading internet and mobile provider, is bringing you seamless connectivity across all your devices. Introducing Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet with speeds of 300 megabits, advanced Wi-Fi, and Spectrum Mobile Unlimited, all for just $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999. Spectrum Internet delivers speeds up to a gig with over 99.9% network reliability. Advanced Wi-Fi provides enhanced security and privacy that automatically blocks threats to protect all of your devices. And Spectrum Spectrum Mobile gives you unlimited talk, text, and data with nationwide 5G and the most reliable service coast to coast. Switch now. Call 833-673-4999. At Spectrum, it's not just about connecting things, it's about connecting you. Get it all with Spectrum One, Spectrum Internet, advanced Wi-Fi, and one line of Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $49.99 a month. Call 833-673-4999 or visit a Spectrum store today.
Breaking news in Dallas, Texas, where at least 5 police officers were killed when they were ambushed.
This was the deadliest day for U.S. law enforcement since 9/11.
Just days after this horrific crime, Mandela Barnes appeared on Vladimir Putin's propaganda news outlet and rationalized violence against American police officers.
Police officers are over-exercising their badges. This probably was a retaliatory attack.
Do you want Mandela Barnes representing you in the Senate?
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve this message.
Now's the time to take advantage of our lowest prices of the season at Ashley. Clearance items up to 78% off. Plus, get 60-month special financing. You can get sofas for as little as $8 a month and no money down. Don't miss your chance at huge savings. Happening now at Ashley.
It's the Hyvee Red Hot Weekend 99-cent sale this Friday through Sunday. Mars fun-sized candy, only 99 cents. Avocados, 2 for only 99 cents. And Hyvee instant oatmeal, only 99 cents. Scan the code, get deals. Only at Hyvee.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
6:54, time for the morning sprint. We start with Leah on Bascom Hill. Hi there, Leah.
Hey there, Chris. Bascom and I are making sure that you are prepared for UW Homecoming and all the fun festivities that come with it. Things kick off tonight with the UW Parade down State Street. That's at 6 p.m. until about 7:30. Follow up at Memorial Union with the pep rally. That kicks off right around 8 with Bucky. Fireworks scheduled for 8:45. Saturday, a tailgate at Union South, and catch the game against Purdue at 2:30. Everything else you can expect for the weekend as far as UW Homecoming goes is up on channel3000.com.
Thanks, Leah. Celebration series of sorts for Wisconsin's women hockey and Bemidji State. Levine Arena celebrating 10 years. So, big night for UW last night. 8 different Badgers scored a goal, never a close one. Badgers skate past the Beavers 8-0. The two teams will meet again tonight at Levine Arena. Puck drops at 7. Overseas, the Conservative Party in Britain says they will choose a successor by the end of the week after British Prime Minister Liz Truss resigned. It came less than 2 months after she started the job. Truss is now the shortest-serving prime minister in British history. Her tumultuous 6-week term in office was marked by policies that rocked the financial markets and led to outrage among lawmakers, including those within her own party. In Florida, the costs keep piling up due to Hurricane Ian. More than $1 billion in federal support has now been provided to Florida residents affected by the storm. FEMA says more than $500 million has gone to households and around $302 million to the state of Florida. That includes unemployment benefits, home repairs, small business disaster loans for employers, and about $100 million to at least 40,000 people who filed for flood insurance claims.
Planning out your day, look for sunshine. Starting out into the low and mid 40s early on. We will warm up to the low 70s for your highs today, but it's mid 70s tomorrow and Sunday. Low 70s on Monday with the chance for showers and thunderstorms, but we are cooler to follow that up. Chances for rain as temperatures return down to the low 50s next week.
Doesn't get much better for a fall weekend than
No,
this.
it doesn't at all.
Thanks for watching this morning, folks. We'll have another news and weather update coming up in about 30 minutes.